Hello everyone, it's me, Jumping Glitter, back for another video, and today we're going to be making a bowling alley. I've never made a bowling alley before, so we're going to see how we go. And if you saw yesterday's video where we made this arcade downstairs, you will see that I've made a couple of changes. I've got rid of the wall. Now my thoughts are to knock through and make the bowling alley the top floor. Here you can see I've trialling some bowling pins. Which one do you think I'm going to use? You have to see a bit later, I'm not going to tell you. So yeah, what I've decided to do, I'm going to extend this floor out. So we're actually halving the ceiling height from the arcade. I think it just works better. I just think, you know, a lot of arcades anyway, they tend to have lower ceiling, and I wasn't feeling too thrilled about what to do with the empty space. But you know what, it's such a shame because I had to break all the roof that I spent ages yesterday making. But you know, that's the thing with Minecraft, isn't it? It's about remodeling, and you can break stuff down and remake it, and it's just a bit soul destroying if you spent like an hour doing it. I was trying to keep the stairs here because I thought I did like the idea of like toddling down to the arcade, and you know, but just thinking to myself, oh, it's right in the middle of a lane. Really, you want this whole space to be like lanes coming down, don't you? So I thought, oh no, I don't see any way through it, because otherwise the lanes are going to be too short. You're going to not have one lane. So I came down here and I thought, no, you've got to get rid of the stairs. And it is a bit weird anyway that it's kind of going over the soft play like that, isn't it? So I was going to break them all up and rebuild the soft play, maybe make the soft play look a bit better, to be honest. And I'm filling up the hole. Bye-bye stairs. I thought I was being really clever, putting some like structural staircase in the middle of nowhere. It looked quite fancy, but yeah. But look how dark it is. Look how dark it is, which I quite like actually. It kind of gives that cramped feeling that arcades sometimes have. And it did mean that I was able to put more lighting in, which is what I wanted to do in yesterday's video. I know I said this is a bowling alley video, but I can't do the bowling alley until I finish this. So I'm putting in some extra light there. And yeah, I think it's looking good. Putting some extra lights around the place. Because I think I mentioned in yesterday's video, you know, arcades are very bright, aren't they? So kind of, it's a mistake that needed to happen, I think. Using these frog lights, all the colours. If they had more colours, that'd be cool. I wish they had some like neon lighting. These are quite neon. It's probably the closest thing to neon we're going to get, isn't it? There we go. I think that's good. The dad's still there in the booth. I did check on the kids later. They were all right. They were running around. One was outside, but very close by actually. So I did go and check on them, and they're absolutely fine. I'm just building up the soft play area. I'm going to build up the corners so it looks more like pillars. I think that works better actually. I think it looks better, doesn't it? Yeah, I think the arcade is done. One final inspection. Yeah, it's a shame the stairs ain't there. But hey ho. On to the bowling alley. Now the first thing I'm going to make is the lanes. And look at the space. Look how much space I've got now, which is incredible. The lanes are going to be really long now, but I've got quite a lot of brick to lay to fill up this space. I did a lot of toing and froing with how the lane should look, with different sort of like layers and colours. I even looked at some like real life bowling alleys to see, rather than taking inspiration just from Minecrafters. I looked at real bowling alleys, and I think just the black and the pale wood works good. Funnily enough, a lot of bowling alleys, they have this kind of weird black and white zigzag arrow going down one wall like a design. But I couldn't be bothered to make the arrow, so I just did stripes. I did originally do red, but it just looked like a circus tent, and that looked rubbish. So I'm just going to go for stripes, and it looks good. It looks kind of, you know, it's kind of, I'm getting a theme going on, black and white theme. Yes, that means the pink glass has to go. There's no point having the pink glass there because I'm building it up. Yeah, I tried that as well. Look, it didn't work. I hated it. Got rid of it. And I put black black there. I do eventually. This is me trialling out red glass. But I thought, no, you don't really have red glass in bowling alleys, do you? Put black there. Looks more sleek. And it kind of reflects the pattern, the colour theme. Looks better, doesn't it? I think it's coming on good. One tip I did see that someone did, and I'm going to tag their video below when they made a Minecraft bowling alley, was use iron blocks for the ceiling, because it kind of looks like those officey ceiling like tiles, the ones you can kind of push up. And I thought that's perfect. That's exactly what they have in bowling alleys. And the reason I've turned the black bricks down here to white is I'm kind of marking out where those ball things are, the ball receivers. I don't know what you call them, but I'm thinking about where they might go. This was kind of a slow build because it took me absolutely ages. I think it's because I didn't plan it out, and there was a lot of making and breaking. And unfortunately, this glass that took me absolutely ages to make when I first built it had to eventually go. Here I'm marking out where the screens will be, the screens overhead where it has the scores on. But more lately, last time I went to a bowling alley, it had music videos playing on it. Yeah. It's looking good. I needed that bar to kind of hang down from the ceiling to put the screens on it, just because that looked more authentic. I think it's looking good. It's looking neat. I like it when things look neat. It's looking very dark though. Yeah, this corner needs work. Here I thought, you need some sort of food eating area, don't you? So here I'm making some sort of fast food kiosk. Not a whole kitchen restaurant, but just kind of somewhere where you can get pizzas and burgers and nachos and hot dogs and that kind of thing. And this glass is just in the way, so it has to go. There's not enough space. Yeah, more cheesy carpet. I was spinning around because I was trying to find out if there was a pattern, but it didn't seem to make much difference at all. So I thought, stuff it, just lay it however it wants to go. Looks a bit like spirals or weird flat fish. Gonna put some shelves up there and some pizza ovens, because they do look like pizza ovens, don't they? The furnace. And then some pots or drinks or salt and pepper or ketchup, wherever it is. Some shelves for other foodie bits. There we go. And again, through the roof. I started getting fed up of building and breaking because I actually edited a lot out. So I'm doing the roof in stages to see if there's any it's going to come down or no. But it didn't. It didn't. It's pretty standard straight across. And once I put the last thing in, it all went pitch black all of a sudden. Yeah, break more glass. A lot of breaking in this video. Yeah, it's always a bit heartbreaking because I spent so much time building the shopping centre and having to remodel and break it all. But that's the beauty of Minecraft, isn't it? You can build whatever you want, which is why I love it. I've been thinking more recently about what I'm going to make in the future, and I was thinking of making my favourite TV shows in Minecraft. I don't know whether anyone else has done that, but there's a programme on in the UK at the moment called Pottery Throwdown and the Great British Bake Off, and I was thinking, I wonder if I can make that in Minecraft. Now, I put the stairs here because it's a bit of an odd entrance, but often you do have levels up and steps up in Minecraft, in bowling alleys, don't you? Because the floor, they've got a special floor. Now, this isn't another kiosk, this is where you buy your tickets, and I've decided I'm going to put a man in there again, and he better not be a kid. I've learnt my lesson from yesterday, and I'm going to build it securely first, and then throw the egg in there and close the glass as quickly as possible, and it better not be a kid. It's an adult, yes! If it was a kid, I probably just would have left him in there. to be honest. I don't know, I get really attached, even if it's like a fake thing. You know, when people, I was playing Minecraft once with my son and there was too many people milling about and he was like, you need to kill them all. I'm like, no. It was so dark. I started throwing these lights everywhere, and even though I love the effect like that the light has, they're just so, I don't know, awkward and clumsy looking. I do like how much light they bring and they look kind of cool, but yeah, I'm starting to put the screens, inverted commas, up on the hanging down bit, but it looks a bit naff. I'll leave it for later. Now I'm making the ball receiver thingies. I don't know, what do you call them? The places where the balls come back up. Now, I did watch some other YouTubers that made ones that actually work, which was so cool, and I'll leave a link to them in my description of where you can learn how to do that, but I'm not bothering. I just want it to look like it might work. I'm not really an engineer like that. Now, so trying out different balls, and I tried conduits, but, you know, they kind of look like mouldy balls. You know, we want like bright colours and stuff. So I tried to use blocks, but they're too massive and they're not going to roll down, are they? Yeah, so I gave up for a little bit, and I made a fence for the bowling, not fence, you know, that like little stands you get at the back of the bowling alley where you get balls, spare ones. So this is me trying frames with, yeah, they're too flat. Imagine throwing that down the aisle. It'd be like might as well throw a fish. It's so tiny. So I went for heads. Now I was thinking heads for pins, actually be quite good to like knock down heads, but I think these are a good shape, even though the colour variation is rubbish because there's basically only white, grey and green and Steve's head. But you know what, I really like the size, and I like that you can do slightly different angles that just makes them look a bit less blocky. So it's Minecraft, isn't it? So I don't mind. There's something quite cool about throwing heads down the lane. That would be cool if you had a bowling ball that had like a creeper kind of pattern all over it. I bet you can get those. I'm just making the line, you know, where you put your foot up to it. And then this is me trying to build the screens, and I did go for double, but I thought, it looks too big, it looks too massive, so I went for square. I don't know, maybe it looks more better from my perspective, because when I was younger it was all square screens, it wasn't rectangle screens, and the lights just look so blocky. It doesn't look nice, so I'm gonna get rid of them. I'm gonna break all of them, and instead, brainwave, I put them inside the ceiling. This might seem really obvious to most people out there, but I thought, why didn't I think of that before? Put them inside the block, and then they're not so protrudy, and like they're growing. They look like the lights were growing on the ceiling before. So it's looking pretty good. I love it. I like the shadow it's making on the floor as well. Really liking it. And I'm going to put some balls or heads on the lane, so it looks like some people, like mid-game, people have been throwing them down. I've had quite a few strikes in my time. I generally have the thingies up, I don't know what you call them, you know, the barriers, but I try not to. Now this is me trying to figure out the back, because I was a bit nervous about doing the back actually, because I thought, this is going to take ages, but I did some research and they usually have big screens coming down and it's quite a small gap. Now here's me trying the rods. I thought, well, everyone's doing rods, let me try rods. And I thought, they're too tall and they're getting like stuck in the top, so I'm going to try candles. And you know what? I thought they looked great, because you can place them randomly, almost like someone's had a spare and they've still got some knocking about. The only thing you can't do, you can't make the formation. And you know, and I don't think that was ever going to be possible anyway. And with candles, you can put more in one square, whereas rods, you can only put like 4. And I thought the candles worked great. What do you think? So I'm making the back wall now. Now, I had a bit of a glitch. I had a bit of a glitch with my camera and it didn't record my last design features. So I'm going to have to just give you a tour in a moment. So here's the tour. I finished off the entrance of the thing, put some glass around it to make it look more official. I think it looks really good. And on the back wall, I ended up making more banners, which took me so long. But I wrote out bowling alley in big letters, and I put some like rainbow stripy banners at the top, which I don't really like, to be honest, but I didn't know what else to do. And I made an arcade machine. There's nothing in it. They've won all the prizes. When have you ever seen that? Sometimes I see like one like sad toy left behind. And I put some carpet down. These places always have like a mishmash of carpet. I thought, I should have done that in the arcade as well. And I made some really cool tables that I saw on someone else's video, and I'll put them in the description as well. And I was so happy with them. And I remade this thing and actually put the heads in there, you know, where they have the spare balls at the back. And I love that. It's probably one of my favourite features in this place. And I'm going to show you how I did one of the tables. I put any brick in the middle, rods either side, put the doors across, and then you can break the block in the middle, and then it looks as if you got a table with two legs. I think that's so cool. Look like booths, don't they? And hung some lighting from the ceiling onto the kitchen area and showcased some cake and a bowl of whatever. Let's pretend it's not rabbit stew. Put this coloured glass and I like that it's not closed off, that you can like see people coming in and shopping. Well, that's the end of the video now, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching me build this bowling alley, and it's given you some inspiration for your own builds. Next video, I shall be either building a hairdresser's or a jewellery store in one of the shops next door. So I hope you can join me tomorrow, and I'll see you next time. Bye!